The son of Texas megachurch pastor, who abruptly resigned this month due to sin, addressed his father's decision to step down, emphasizing his family knew no more, no less about his father's actions than the congregation. Evangelist Dr. Tony Evans, who's 74, unexpectedly announced his departure from the 10,000 member Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship in South Dallas that he founded 48 years ago, saying he committed an unidentified sin a number of years ago. Since then, few details have emerged about the nature of the sin. His 42-year-old son, Reverend Jonathan Evans, delivered a sermon on Father's Day, telling the congregation that he had no knowledge of his father's transgression. 3 days before my dad called the family, I was doing a Bible study in Psalm 46, Jonathan Evans said. Little did I know that 3 days later, my dad would call us and tell us the exact same thing he told you, no more, no less. The former Dallas Cowboys fullback turned associate pastor said. Then on Monday, he said, "Hey, I need you to preach Father's Day for me." I said, "Okay." Jonathan Evans' words may have come to a relief to some church members who have speculated that the family and others at the church knew about the sin and were involved in a cover-up, according to the magazine. The former NFLer then went cryptic as he spoke about the scandal and noted 2 Corinthians, where it is written, "I will rather boast about my weaknesses, so the power of Christ may dwell on me." You have to be willing to boast about your weakness, Jonathan Evans said. That's why my father is still teaching me, who can get up and say, "Hey, I'm going to take time for spiritual restoration and to be restored because I fell short." That's a hard thing to do because people don't like talking about weaknesses. They only like talking about strengths. The audience applauded. Jonathan Evans also told the congregation not to fret over his dad's leaving. We're praying, but I know God's going to work it out. So we're going to keep going. We're going to do what God has called us to do. We're going to celebrate on the return. We already won, Jonathan Evans said. The 42-year-old sermon came weeks after his father resigned. Now, of course, I made a video on this, and we don't know the full extent or the details of Pastor Tony Evans falling into sin. He's currently not at the church, not an active pastor at the church. He's taken a leave of absence for restoration and healing, and this is a great thing. Yes, a lot of people have commented on why didn't he expose himself years ago or a few years ago when this happened. We don't know. Only God knows. We can pray for Tony Evans. We can pray for Robert Morris. But there's consequences, like I say in pretty much all of my videos. There's consequences to sins. There's consequences to our actions. And Pastor Jonathan, who's Pastor Tony's son, he's bold, and his father has taught him well. And it's just a testament to the sons and the entire family's faith and their fortitude. God is not done with them. God is not done with Tony. And we can all speculate, but God gets all the glory. So let me know what you think of this. Thank you for your support. Always strive to remain set apart. Take care.